Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Capricorns. Welcome. This is going to be what you guys can expect for the month of December. So what you guys are seeing right here are the energies you guys can expect to walk into in the month of December. And then as we move along, I will edit, add whatever planets, asteroids are moving, changing, transiting when we get to that point of the video. Okay, so in the beginning, I'm going to talk about the transits and where they're moving, what's happening weekly, and then I will speak about my channeled messages weekly. Okay, so the first week of December, what can you guys expect? Mercury is going to be entering Capricorn, your first house. Okay, so Mercury will enter Capricorn in your guys' first house. December 2nd, Mercury in Capricorn will be sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your guys' third house. So for those of you who don't know, I look at a sextile as an easy energy. This is an energy that does require work, but it's pretty much minimal work. So basically, an example I like to give is if you want the job, all you have to do is submit the application, go on the job interview, and you're more than likely going to get the job. Or if you have, I would say maybe, what is it? Mars sextile Venus, I want to say. This is that energy where usually if you just talk to the opposite sex, you're going to get along with this sex. Like you have some type of charisma here, and you're likable. But if you don't talk to the opposite sex, then like nothing's ever gonna happen, So I hope that makes sense. All right, so again, December 2nd, we have Mercury in Capricorn in your guys' first house, and it is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your third house. Then December 3rd, we have Venus in Libra in your guys' 10th house, and it's squaring Pluto in your first house at Capricorn. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, a square is a block. It is literally a holdup. It's a karmic lesson. Think of it like, what is that thing that's really popular nowadays? A trapped room, I forgot, where you pay basically to be locked in a room and you have to figure it out with a group of friends how to get out. Like eventually, if you keep going back a certain number of times, you level up, right? That is literally what the point of the squares are. You will be the best of the best at whatever is going on in your chart that has a square. So there's some type of block, there's some type of square, a hold up on December 3rd in your 1st and 10th house. So December 4th, Venus will enter Scorpio in your 11th house. I like this. I like that a lot. That is a popular energy right there. Okay, December 5th, Venus in Scorpio in your 11th house is going to trine Saturn in Pisces in your 3rd house. So a trine is a blessing. It is an easy energy. This is something, it comes so easily, you probably don't even realize it's a blessing. This is for those who are born into money, let's just say, okay? And obviously everybody has their own opinion on that. It's not always a blessing, right? Sometimes it's a curse. But you see the point that I'm trying to say. They're literally born into it, so they don't realize sometimes the difficulties that go along with earning a dollar. So it's so easy to them that it's a blessing that they don't even realize it's a blessing. That is what a trine can look like. December 6th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces in your 3rd house. Now, you'll notice I left it and wrote direct because I personally believe, based off channeled messages, that walking into December and December 1st, you guys are already going to be feeling the direct energy. I just do. I don't believe that on December 6th, that is clear-cut energy. You will feel it on that date. Like, no, you can't tell me otherwise. I'm sorry. I know not everyone's going to agree with me on that, but that's just how I feel. So I'm going to leave it there. So December 7th, Mercury in Capricorn in your guys' 1st house is going to trine Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus on your 5th house. Okay. All right. I like that energy as well. All right. So what are my channeled messages? So the first week of December for you guys, I'm getting this... I'm getting this angel Pluto type of energy. So I'm getting heavy work in your mind. Like Pluto is moving in the mind. I see I see angels, guidance, showing you guys the way. There's protection, loving energy. I'm seeing a transformative mind. You guys may want to say things that aren't nice. Something is up with your communication style the first week of December. I'm seeing you guys have crooked teeth, and I'm seeing your angels straighten up your teeth for you guys. I'm seeing them helping you guys feel grounded and balanced, but possibly randomly you may feel like you fell into a pothole is what I'm getting. So you may take, like, I don't know, 2 steps forward, 5 steps back type of energy. But I do feel a lot of self-control. I feel like a lot of people want to hang out with you guys, and you guys are not about it. I literally see you guys running, and there's this tradition. Oh, that's right. So there's this tradition in Spain where they let the bulls run loose in one of their cities, and that's how I was seeing it, literally. So that was the energy that was coming through for you guys. So maybe you guys will feel confined. And I feel like this makes sense now looking at the transits that are going on. And what did I say? Once Venus enters Scorpio in your guys' 11th house, this is a very popular energy. And it does depend on like the rest of your natal chart, because this is what makes everybody different, including, so with the collective, right? We have our natal chart, we have our progress chart, and then we have the transits going on. And this is why I look at all of these things as a combination deal. Like if you guys are ever getting fast food, are you guys getting a combo deal? This is astrology to me, because you can't separate any of these things. They're all talking to each other. So what do I mean by this? So So for example, on what date did I say? December 4th, you guys, Venus is entering Scorpio in your 11th house. Well, do you guys natally have anything going on in Scorpio in your 11th house? Because if so, that may be conjunct something else in Venus. So then maybe you guys won't be, you know, this is why you wouldn't be loving this popular energy, you know? This is why maybe something here in the chart isn't going to reflect this energy of not enjoying the popular energy. Maybe I'm picking up on specific individuals and their natal charts. That's what I'm trying to say here. All right, I'm getting derailed. So getting back to the transit. So Mercury enters your first house. Okay. In Capricorn on December 1st. December 2nd, Mercury in Capricorn, your first house, will sextile Saturn in Pisces in your third house. So this is the local community. So there is some type of communication going on here. Venus in Libra is squaring Pluto in Capricorn. So we have Venus in Libra in your guys' 10th house. This is house of public image, career, legacy, and it's squaring Pluto in Capricorn in your first house. So something's up with how you guys appear to people, or this is the workplace, you guys tell me. Then Venus enters Scorpio, and then everybody like wants in, because then the following day, December 5th, Venus in Scorpio is trining Saturn in Pisces. So there is some type of blessing going on here where people from your local community like want to hang out, want to chill. That's funny. And then Mercury in Capricorn is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your 5th house. I feel like people are going to love you guys this month. Okay, so let's get to it. The second week of December, what transits are going on? Then we have Venus in Scorpio in your 11th house, and it is in opposition to Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your 5th house, okay? And then on December 11th, we have Mercury in Capricorn in your 1st house, and it is sextiling Venus in Scorpio in your 11th house. Then on December 12th, we have new moon in Sagittarius in your 12th house. Ooh, I like that one. I don't know. I like 12th house transits. I mean, I don't like when Mars is there, but I like pretty much everything else. New moon in Sagittarius, December 12th. Okay, so later that day on December 12th or the following day, December 13th, Mercury then goes into retrograde in Capricorn in your guys' 1st house. Okay. So how will you guys be feeling second week? What did I channel? I feel like you guys are waiting on someone you care about. I see this watch and it's in the shape of a diamond. And before that, I see you guys staring at a door with a lot of light. I feel like I see the number 7. And then I see your watch turns into a dinner table with someone and your eye is on it. And your pupil is on the shape of a heart. And then this was weird, but whatever, I'm going to say it. There was this, I was seeing a burger without bread. Like, it was very specific. So you guys may be changing your eating habits the second week of December. I don't know. It's random, but I wanted to say it. Usually I feel like everything's symbolic, but that one was so out there that maybe it's not symbolic. I don't know. You guys tell me. But I'm picking up that your yin yang energy is off. Your masculine, your feminine energy is off because it wants peace with another person. So you guys may be more in your masculine energy this week. You guys are going to try to act out is what I'm feeling. So you guys are getting intuitive hits as well, but still wanting to try to figure out another person's mind. So you guys, when I say you guys may be more in your masculine energy, you guys may be more in like trying to control yourselves or trying to control a situation or another is what I'm picking up on, because that's the imbalanced masculine energy. So let's go back to the transits again. So we have Venus in Scorpio in your 11th house. Sorry. And it's in opposition to Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your guys' fifth house. Fifth house speaks of romance, and it's in Taurus. So we have an earth sign here, we have a water sign here. These both are fixed energies, okay? And then we have Mercury in Capricorn in your first house, and it's sextiling Venus in Scorpio in your 11th house. So there's something positive going on in regards to you guys and other people. There's something positive going on in regards to just being well liked, I feel like, and also your mind, and being connected with your dreams and hopes, because this is also what the 11th house speaks of. I feel like the 11th house can speak of, this may sound odd to some of you, but I feel like this is what it could be. Seven of Cups in tarot, like our deepest dreams and desires coming true. December 12th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius in the 12th house. Okay, and where is Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, for you guys? It's in your 5th house. So the 12th house talks about the things, it's not just about your dreams and sleeping. It can talk about a prison. It can talk about the things that need to leave or the things that go. Okay, so there's something new happening here, and somehow it connects to your guys' 5th house. Okay, so when I think about Sagittarius energy, I think about spirituality. I think about a belief system. I think about freedom. Those are just the things that come to the top of my head. And somehow this is connected to your guys's 5th house. There could be something dogmatic going on, right? Because then Mercury goes into retrograde in your guys's 1st house, and the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn, and you guys have it in your 3rd house, your local community. So now I want to go back to this. What's going on? What did I channel? I feel like you guys are waiting on someone you care about. I see this watch. So anytime I see a watch in a channeled message, it's always about time, which is always talking about Saturn. Okay, so somehow Saturn is playing a role here. And it's in the shape of a diamond. Okay, so when I think of a diamond, I think of something, obviously, that is rare. I think of something that is precious. I think of something that means something to us, because usually that's when we're giving a diamond, it's symbolic of something important. So before this, I see you guys staring at a, what did I write? I can't understand my handwriting. I'm sorry. It looks like I wrote a dome with a lot of light. A dove or a dome. And I feel like I see the number 7. And then your watch turns into a dinner table. So when I look at the 7th house, I see Vesta in retrograde, this asteroid. This speaks of the flame that never goes out. You know, I do think asteroids hold a lot of energy. I don't think they're given enough credit. I think some astrologers do give it enough credit, but I think for the most part, obviously they don't hold enough, I don't think anyway, hold enough power as, let's say, the moon or the sun, obviously, because it just makes more logical sense to me, because the moon and the sun, they're closer to Earth, right? So we're going to feel that energy much more than maybe an asteroid that is much further away and much smaller. So do I think Vesta's involved here because it's in the 7th house? Yeah, of course I do. I just don't think this is strong enough to be to be everything I'm channeling. No, I think there's something about a desire here, about another person, obviously. I think it's more about something is going on in your mind, because whatever Pluto touches, I'm sure, as you guys know, because you've had Pluto in your 1st house for about 20 years now, like, oof. So something's been transforming with you guys in general. But whatever Pluto touches, it's gonna leave a mark. So there's something going on with your mind and Pluto right now. And it's in Capricorn nonetheless. So there's something about waiting on another person, most definitely. And it's definitely, it has something to do with your heart, because I'm saying that I'm seeing the pupil is in the shape of a heart. And everything that's in this scene reflects like a dating scene. It's a table. Like it's an intimate setting is what I'm getting. The burger without bread, that's just kind of random. When I think of something like that in astrology, I think of Taurus energy, and something just changing with our eating habits. And that would be Uranus, but you guys have it in the 5th house, which is interesting. So, yeah, I'm not too sure about that one off the top of my head without really like looking at the chart. So if it is symbolism, right? Burger without the bread, and you guys aren't relating to this whole changing an eating habit, then I'm thinking to myself, like, where's the base to the burger? You know what I mean? Like, just basically something is missing in regards to a relationship is just what I want to say. And you may be getting intuitive hits about it. All right, the 3rd week of December. December 16th, we have the sun in Sagittarius in your 12th house. Okay. And it's squaring Neptune in Pisces in your 3rd house. December 18th, we have Mercury in retrograde in your 1st house in Capricorn, and it is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your 5th house. December 20th, we have Venus in Scorpio in your 11th house, and it is in opposition to Uranus in Taurus in retrograde in your 5th house. Then on December 20th, Vesta in retrograde in Cancer goes into Gemini in your 6th house. December 21st, the sun goes into Capricorn in your 1st house. December 21st, Mercury retrograde in Capricorn in your guys' 1st house is sextiling Saturn and Pisces in your 3rd house. December 21st, Sun in Capricorn in your 1st house is conjunct Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn in your 1st house. Okay. So, 3rd week of December. What did I channel for you guys? Uncomfortable energy. Knight of Swords in reverse, unfocused, can't focus, back and forth energy, just annoyed energy. You're trying to open something, but the door closes every time. Trying to then be more organized with focusing and learning, and this helps you feel better, get better, but something will still be backwards is what I'm picking up on. So, yeah, I feel like with the 1st house and the 3rd house being at a square, and then we have Venus in Scorpio in your 11th house, opposition, Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. So oppositions work well when you work together with those opposition energies. But I'm picking up that you guys are not able to really work well with this Venus and Uranus opposition energy. So think of Venus and Uranus when they're not well aspected. A good example I heard of is the champagne bottle. Okay, so what are you supposed to do with this champagne bottle? I mean, oh crap, I don't know, actually. I forgot what you're supposed to do with it. I mean, I don't remember. I learned, but I forgot. But basically what happens is if you shake it, it explodes, right? Or something like that. Anyway, that is the energy of a Venus, a square Uranus, or a Venus opposition Uranus. Like something could just happen and it kind of just like, poof, if it's not channeled energetically properly. So I'm getting that there's something up in regards to romance. I really do. I feel like it's romance. I feel like it's another person because the ruler of Taurus is Venus and you guys have it in your 11th house. And then the ruler of Scorpio, which is ruling your 11th house, is Pluto, and you guys have it in your 1st house. There's some type of energy in regards to you wanting to be in a relationship or a specific relationship, but it's just not happening for whatever reason. And I think you guys are having an issue with trying not to think about it, is what I'm picking up on. And the Mercury going into retrograde is not helping you guys at all, let alone the fact that it's in your first house, because you got the sun shining in on your mind because you have it conjunct, and then you have Pluto nonetheless in your first house, and anything Pluto touches, it's literally going to change it. It's going to transform it. It's going to force you to look at something, to change something. So I feel like the third week of December is just a bit rough for you guys, to say the least. But I see you guys at least trying. You guys are literally trying to learn and to focus and to do better, is what I'm picking up on. And that probably has to do with Vesta going into your sixth house, because the sixth house is the house of healing. And then you also have the sun entering your first house. So this is awareness of self. Okay. So what do we have going on the last week of December for you guys? December 23rd, Mercury retrograde goes into Sagittarius. Okay, so this is good for you guys. I feel like this is like relieving something for you guys. It's getting out of you, like your body, the self. It is going into the mind, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it's just better for you guys because it's also in Sagittarius. So it's like, it's not as hard hitting, this Mercury retrograde, for you guys. Okay. So December 24th, Sun in Capricorn is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your third house. Okay. December 26th, we have a full moon in Cancer, and it's going to be in your guys' sixth house. All right. That's good. December 26th, Chiron in Aries goes direct. Good. This is good energy because this is the wounded healer. And there's like a release in energy. It's not so heavy. It's not so hard. It's not as hard because now it's going direct. It's going in the direction it should be. December 26th, Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your third house. Okay. December 27th, we have Sun in Capricorn in the first house, and it is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your fifth house. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Then we have Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius, and it is conjunct Mars in Sagittarius in your guys' 12th house. Oh, you guys have Mars in the... Oh my God. I didn't see that. I wasn't... Oh. Well, okay, hold on. Before I even continue, let me just say this. If you guys have been feeling like this rough energy, because I feel like this reading's rough so far. I'm like, what do I do? What do I say for them? So you guys will definitely feel better once Mars is out of your 12th house. When Mars is in the 12th house, it's not a good time. It's not. Yeah. And I feel like Mars will be leaving Sagittarius. I don't know. I don't know when. But you guys will feel less tension once that's out of your house. Definitely. Okay. So let's continue. Mars in Sagittarius in your guys' 12th house is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your third house. Then we have Venus in Scorpio in your 11th house, and it's sextiling Pluto in Capricorn in your first house. Okay. Then we have Venus going into Sagittarius. Okay. December 29th. You guys need that. You guys need that in the mind. That's good. Good. December 30th, Jupiter goes direct in your fifth house. Yay. This is good. This is good energy. Okay, what did I channel for you guys? Last week of December, you guys are still learning, but being stressed, unhappy. I see your Kundalini is trying to open up. I'm picking up on Leo energy, something about your heart with the fifth house. I'm seeing something with the North Node. So maybe your fifth house cusp is Aries North Node, because North Node is in Aries. I'm just getting an energy of wanting to show off. What else am I picking up on? School, learning. Oh, what did I write? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. School with... I'm seeing a school with a rooster on top of the roof. And then the rooster turns into the shape of a heart. Okay, so you guys know those old school like metal, I forgot what they're called, but it oh my, I can't think of it right now. But it says the direction north, east, west, south, and it's usually in the it's usually a rooster. Anyway, it's at the top of the school, but then it turns into the shape of a heart. And there's something about waking your heart up is what I was picking up on, like learning what your heart wants. And then the last thing I channeled, oh wait, no, this isn't true. I channeled a few more things, sorry. Then I see a piano man playing to the cosmos. I'm picking up on Neptune energy from another timeline, because I'm seeing this old school hat, like a very, I don't know if it's like from the 50s or the 40s. It was interesting, and I'm sure there was a reason for it. Then I'm channeling the 11th house access. So I was seeing Sagittarius energy with the 11th house. So again, I feel like you guys, like whoever is watching this, there's something about your cusps. I don't know, but there's a reason why it's coming through. Something about, or I'm just picking up on the Jupiter energy being in your guys' 5th house, and the 5th and the 11th house access are connected. But I'm picking up on the 11th house access, and I'm seeing Sagittarius energy. And something about your inner child following you. There's a confined room with your inner child. So I want to go back. And that kind of makes sense with the Leo energy and the heart. And yeah. So let's go back to the last week's transits. Mercury is in retrograde in Sagittarius. It is in your 12th house. So we're going back to something that needs to, we're going back to something I want to say, but that needs to leave. It needs to change for good. And something's being illuminated here with this, because the 6th and the 12th house axis are connected. But whatever you guys are going back to, okay, the ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter, and it's going direct on December 30th. And this is connected to your 5th house. So the 5th house, yes, it's connected to romance, but it's also connected to children. It's connected to being on stage. It's connected to shining. It's connected to having fun. You know, like think of literally a child and how they act. Like they don't usually think, they just act. They're having fun. There isn't so much thought that goes into it. So there's something about this and needing to go back or revisit an old, I don't want to say an old idea, but it's more just like revisiting how you believe, what you believe you love, something like that. Hopefully I'm making sense here. Okay, so Mercury retrograde goes into Sagittarius. Then the sun in Capricorn in your guys' 1st house is sextiling Saturn and Pisces in your 3rd house. Okay, so communication should be clear. This is a good energy. Understanding things. Full moon in Cancer in the 6th house, so something is being illuminated with communication. The ruler of Gemini is in Mercury. It's in the 12th house, so definitely understanding your thoughts. You guys will definitely be seeing something about your heart, revisiting something, learning something about yourselves. Yes, something will be shown to you guys about this. There we go. Chiron in Aries goes direct. Aries is the child, okay? So The 5th house belongs to Leo natally. So Leo energy is a childlike energy, yes, but Aries is the actual child, right? So Chiron has been in retrograde, but now it's going direct. So while it was in retrograde, this gave us a chance to figure out where healing needed to take place. And I feel like if you guys pay attention to astrology, there's something up with that all the time with these transits. And like, I can understand why people who don't believe in astrology would not believe in it, because something like that is always going on. But the truth of the matter is, there is something like that always going on, but it's kind of just changing a beat in some type of way. So, like, for example, when Saturn was in retrograde in Pisces, this gave us a time to reflect on what do we really want to manifest. And then was like, we were blocked out in some type of way because we had to really think about it. Like, why is this true to our heart? Why do we want to manifest whatever it is we want to manifest? So it gave us time to reflect and think. So that's a different retrograde, but you're reflecting during a retrograde, and then something different comes out of it once it goes direct. Now, when Chiron was in retrograde, this is the wounded healer. So this is literally reflecting on hurt, like where you guys got hurt, but it's an Aries energy. Okay. So this has something to do with maybe where you guys got hurt along the lines as a child. Now, maybe this is mental, like where you guys, that typical thing where we turned into the prototype of what most parents do to their kids, where they're just doing the right thing. Like, okay, after high school, you got to go to college, and then, you got to do this in order to get a job. And it's like, but does that stuff really resonate with you? And then you figure this out later on in life. And this is like what's going on during a retrograde. You're doing the inner child work. You're going back in time in your mind and trying to figure it out. And then once Chiron goes direct, that's when things are able to go into motion, where you did all the reflecting and now you're ready to quote unquote move on, in a sense. You're able to work with what you did. Does that make sense? I hope so. So December 26th, Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius in the 12th house is squaring Neptune in Pisces. So there's some type of difficulty here with your intuition, or seeing something clearly, seeing something through. December 27th, Sun in Capricorn, trining Jupiter retrograde in Taurus. I like that. That's a blessing. So I'm just trying to see the correlation between this and the channeled messages. Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. Wait a minute. Which one was that? That was Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius conjunct Mars in Sagittarius. So I think with Sagittarius energy as well, there is this learning energy. There is a higher learning because natally it belongs to the 9th house, right? And I think the reason why there's so much like about another person, besides the fact that the ruler of Sagittarius, Jupiter, is in the 5th house, which talks about romance. Natally, Sagittarius belongs to the 9th house. I don't know. I feel like there is a correlation there with the houses, like where they belong to. You guys have Juno and Lilith there. And it's in Virgo. And the ruler of Virgo is Mercury. And it's in your 12th house. Again, it's connecting to Sagittarius. So there's definitely some frustration, anger in regards to another person, and not being able to manifest this in some type of way. Yeah. The piano man, the piano man that I was channeling, playing to the cosmos and from another timeline. I really feel like this is that Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius squaring Neptune and Pisces, like looking to the cosmos and like not really understanding what's going on at certain points during the ending of December. But the fact that Venus goes into Sagittarius and then Jupiter goes direct, I feel like this is that that relearning energy. That is definitely the relearning energy. There is an interest in learning what's true to your heart. And I think it has something to do about your inner child. And I think there will be self-learning is what I'm picking up on towards the end of December. I see you guys pretty much moving away from the idea of another person and reflecting more on the self. That's what I'm picking up on, if I'm being honest with you guys. Because the 12th house speaks about the things we need to walk away from. And you guys have a stellium going on here. And it's in Sagittarius. Where's the ruler of Sagittarius? Jupiter. And it's in the 5th house. So I feel like that's talking about a relationship. So where do you guys need to focus? You guys have the North Node in Aries, the self. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. That's what I'm picking up on. And I feel like the full moon is shining a light on this because it's in your 6th house, the house of healing. So yeah, let me think if there's anything else I want to talk about or address here. Yeah, and Ceres is the asteroid about healing and how you guys heal. So there's a message coming through about healing your mind. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else? Yep, that's where I'm going to leave it. All right. Bye, guys.